Lady Augusta Gregory by Nora Rubish and Amy Jacobsmeyer. Lady Augusta Gregory was born Isabella Augusta Pearce in Roxburgh House near Loughrea in County Galway, Ireland in 1852. She grew up on her parents' 6,000-acre land in the same house where she was born. As a child, she was watched over by her nanny, Mary Sheridan, who told her many stories about Irish folklore. At the age of 28, Lady Gregory married 63-year-old Sir William Henry Gregory, who was just retiring from his position as Governor of Ceylon. Together, they moved to London due to Sir William Gregory's role in some of the terrible conditions during the Great Famine in Ireland between 1846 and 1851. In the summers, though, they would stay in Coole Park, Ireland. Coole Park is a nature reserve in County Galway where Sir William Gregory had a family estate. This estate would later be considered the center of the Irish literary revival. Lady Gregory quite enjoyed the Coole Park estate because of the large library the house had. She and her husband enjoyed the arts together and would travel quite frequently around Europe. In 1881, their first and only child was born. Lady Gregory started writing during this time of her marriage, much of which included memoirs and poems of her own personal experiences. After her husband's death in 1893, Lady Gregory moved permanently to Coole Park, and her writing interest changed. She made a trip to the Aran Islands and heard about Irish folklore, which piqued her curiosity, just like it had when she was a child. She decided to learn Irish and started talking and meeting with people to hear more folk tales. From these stories, she wrote books on Irish folklore. In 1896, Lady Gregory met William Butler Yeats, who arguably had the greatest influence in her career as a writer. Not only did Yeats and Lady Gregory push each other to be better writers, but they also established the Irish Literary Theatre in Dublin, known today as the Abbey Theatre, which continues to be Ireland's national theatre. The pair wanted a theatre that, quote, performed plays that reflect contemporary ideas and mythological Irish themes, end quote. The Irish Literary Theatre launched between 1898 and 1900, and Yeats and Lady Gregory remained writers and directors at the theatre for a majority of their lives.
Lady Gregory continued to write during her later years. Her writings included plays, poems, and memoirs, much of which were inspired by the death of her son during the First World War. She passed away at her home in Coole Park on May 22, 1932. After Lady Gregory's death, like many writers, she was not recognized as a staple in the Irish literary revival. The reason for this was the lack of literature and information known about her. It was not until she was first written about in the 1960s and the years following that Lady Gregory gained popularity. Judith Hill is a writer from Limerick, Ireland, who wrote a biography about Lady Gregory in 2011. In an interview with Hill, she had a lot to say about Lady Gregory and her efforts on literature in Ireland. According to Hill, Lady Gregory's writing career was surrounded by many men, like Yeats, who overshadowed Lady Gregory's writings. Although this did not bother Lady Gregory during her life, this overshadowing continued later as well. Lady Gregory, though, was the connecting factor between Yeats and many other influential writers of that time that led to the Irish literary revival. Although Lady Gregory did not have as many popular pieces of writing during her life as her friend Yeats, she wrote more pieces than him or any other writer of that time. Hill says that it was Lady Gregory's passion for her country that led her to accomplish so much in her folklore tales as well. Without Lady Gregory and her many writings, the Abbey Theatre would not have ever been established and so highly recognized today.
Hi, my name is Amy.
And I'm Nora, and we're from the United States. We both study nursing at Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska.
So we approached this project with an open mind because as nurses in Omaha, Nebraska, we really don't have a chance to study this kind of subject matter. So as we started our research, we just kind of were going to see wherever it was going to take us. And then we eventually reached Judith Hill, who Nora reached out to, and we ended up going to interview her.
And Amy did the editing for the video and did a really good job. We found this project overall very, very useful. We really knew nothing about Lady Augusta Gregory before we started our research. And through our research about Lady Augusta Gregory, and then through the interview with Judith Hill, we learned so much more, not only about Lady Augusta Gregory, but also about the Irish culture, and learned things about like the Irish literary revival and the famine and just things like that we wouldn't have learned otherwise had we not done this project. So overall, we really enjoyed the project. We learned a lot, and yeah, so thanks for watching, guys.